Isaiah's looking for some blocks. He does not get the block. Oh, Isaiah gets the block. The defense can't believe it. He jukes back and says, excuse me, offensive lineman. The last few weeks for Isaiah King Jr. have been incredible. And coming into this week against the Raiders, who aren't very good, if we're being honest, Isaiah has a couple of big milestones on the horizon. First, he's 198 rushing yards away from getting 2,000 on the season. And if you do the math, he needs about 300 some yards or so in the next 3 weeks to break the all-time single season rushing record. Last season, he was a single yard short. This season, I got a feeling he's going to be pretty close. And as a lot of you guys know, in 2006, LaDainian Tomlinson had 28 rushing touchdowns in a single season. And if we go down the list, Mr. Isaiah King Jr. has 22 so far on this season. Now, if you pay attention, last year, he had 3 more than what he's had so far at this point. So he is 6 touchdowns away from tying the record. He needs 7 in the next 3 weeks to break that record. A lot of pressure. I think Isaiah's up for the task. So we're heading out to the West Coast today to play the Oakland Raiders. As you guys saw, they're sort of middle of the road. They're fighting for the playoff lives. And if we beat them today, well, they basically have no shot. But Isaiah has so much pressure. All of these records, everyone in the media is talking about it. But Isaiah doesn't care about any of that. The records, they're cool. They're great. They're nice to put on your shelf. But at the end of the day, nothing, and I mean nothing, comes close to a Lombardi trophy sitting on that shelf too. Now, this Ravens team has been cooking. As you guys saw, we are 11-2 on the season, and just every single aspect of the team has been on fire, including Isaiah and Lamar Jackson. And if we can keep those two on the same page, they are going to be a problem come the postseason. Because again, awards are great, but if you're not out there getting postseason awards, none of that matters. But look at Mark Andrews with the one heck of a grab. Are you kidding me? Both the running game and the passing game are off to one heck of a start right now. We're on the right side of the 50. More back to the play action. The Raiders are so nervous of Isaiah running wild. They are trying to make sure they shut down the running game before anything today. 2nd down and 8, only 2 yards. That last catch by Andrews. Isaiah breaks out, jukes a man out of his shoes. You already know what he's going to do, and he's down to the 33. Harbaugh has called a perfect game so far. First attempt from the 33 now. A lot of inside runs, finally going to the outside here. Isaiah sees a guy, but cannot get past the arm tackle of Garyon Conley. After a short run by Isaiah, we're finding ourselves on 2nd and 8, going back to the passing game. It's been successful so far. Lamar's going to find his way to run. Isaiah tries to throw a block, completely misses, and Lamar slides down at the last second. Short yardage situation here. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. Getting close to the red zone now. They hand the ball off to Isaiah. He bursts through the middle, gets the guy out. Are you kidding me? The man might be dead. Check his pulse, and there is a penalty to make things worse for the Raiders. A personal foul, a face mask, and we're going to accept that one inside the 10 now. There's been a lot of criticism on Isaiah not being a power back, but look at that play. I think he's pretty good there. Halfback toss again for Isaiah, trying to find some room. He tries to get inside the 5, and he will not get there. 2nd and goal. Harbaugh does not want to move away from Isaiah. He wants to give him an opportunity to shine here. Gets the ball back off to Isaiah. Tries to follow his blockers, but cannot find where he needs to go. And now we're at the 3. So on 3rd and goal, the Raiders are saying, look, you want to run it? We're going to be right there for you. Lamar in shotgun, runs around a little bit. Lamar's going to move, and Lamar escapes out to the right-hand side. He is in the end zone in the most dynamic rushing attack in the history of the NFL. Lamar Jackson, Isaiah King Jr., they get another one. The Raiders have struggled both defensively and offensively so far today, and they're punting from their own 31. This is a booming punt, though. You got to be kidding me. This is about the 2 or 3 yard line, but Isaiah says, excuse me. That's just more yards to gain. He's out here on the edge. Isaiah's got one guy to beat, jukes him out, tries to break the tackle, breaks it, gets out at the 39-yard line, a hair shy of staying in bounds. To be honest, Isaiah's a little out of breath after that run. He did a lot of moves for not as much gain as he ultimately wanted, so we're going to go to the passing game here. Isaiah's still involved in the play. The ball goes out to him on the edge. He's got plenty of room here. He's going to try to break a tackle, but Lynch is going to bring him down to 38. Keep in mind, Lamar Jackson is still a perfect 3 for 3 in today's game. Isaiah staying back to block. Lamar, again, all the time in the world, is going to break off to run. Isaiah wants to try to get there to block. Lamar jukes everyone out, including Isaiah, breaks 2 tackles and slides to the 20. Man, it's incredible. This feels like the game that we've expected to see from Lamar Jackson. He hasn't quite put it all together this season, but now, young fella's on fire. Isaiah breaking more tackles there. Juke his way down to the 15. The Ravens are bringing out the rare monster formation. It makes NFL teams just scratch and pull their hair out. And Isaiah, however, doesn't get as many yards he typically does. He's down for making it 3rd and 1. From the 12, a lot of people in the box right now for Oakland. Harbaugh says, still go ahead and run it. Ball's handed off to Isaiah. He's going to truck his way past one defender, not the second one, but he gets 2 yards and he only needed 1. First and goal right now for Baltimore. The first quarter is winding down. Probably one of the last plays of the first quarter. Isaiah's got his way through us. Excuse me. I got places to be, and you were in my way. First rushing touchdown of the day, number 23 on the season. Might see a few more today if I had to imagine. Now, Baltimore shouldn't get too comfortable because Oakland finally got their offense together, and they answered back to get themselves 7 points of their own. Isaiah's looking for some moves here again. The young fella is guaranteed for major yardage every time. Remember, Isaiah came into today's game needing about 198 yards to get 2,000 on the season, with 2 more games after this one, and I got a feeling he's well on his way as he breaks more tackles down to basically the 50. With Isaiah's success, though, Lamar is itching to get back out here in the passing game. Again, a 7-point lead after the second quarter. Ball's thrown out here to Nelson Aguilar, who's going to hold on to that one. Nearly tore his ACL, but he's down to 33. Lamar is still perfect on the afternoon, a perfect 4 for 4, and he's looking to get some more here. Little play action fake from the 33. Isaiah back in pass protection. This ball is dumped off. Isaiah's here for the block. Great seal block. Hayden Hurst, though, I don't know why you're exactly juking there. 2nd and 5, almost in the red zone again. Isaiah has his X factor. Ball's thrown on a comeback route here to who else but Nelson Aguilar for another pickup. Inside the red zone now. Another pickup right now for Baltimore. Great blocking here. Isaiah's getting to the edge. He's trying to seal his way through. He's breaking more tackles, and believe it, he carried him down to almost the 5. It is unreal to see what this offensive line and Isaiah can do together. And when you throw the threat of Lamar Jackson running on any play or using his arm, it's just a nightmare for every defense. Now, speaking of Lamar, he's going to try to go in a read option, but he ends up losing a yard, however. 2nd and goal, Lamar second-guessing himself a little bit at the line of scrimmage. No halfback toss. Isaiah looking for the block. He is going to get a little bit of daylight, but he only picks up 2. That, however, does give him 100 yards on the afternoon, but still, he wants in the end zone here. So, 5-yard line, 3rd and goal. Isaiah's looking for some blocks. He does not get the block. Oh, Isaiah gets the block. The defense can't believe it. He jukes back and says, excuse me, offensive lineman. We got a celebration over here. Despite that touchdown, our defense is starting to let us down. The Oakland Raiders have scored yet again. So here we are trying to put some more points to the board. Willie Snead, though, with a big pickup with 1.5 minutes left in the first half. And in 10 left right now. Isaiah back in the passing game. Gonna cut back across the middle. Lamar Jackson runs, picks up another first down, and we're gonna call a timeout to try to make sure we have the right play drawn up here. 1st and 10 again, 1.5 left. Isaiah staying back in pass protection. Good block. This was thrown up deep. It's a big one for Hollywood Brown, who is going to pick that one away from the defender at the last second. We obviously want to run a little bit, but we want to make sure we get the passes going because that's going to help us keep the time on the clock as much as possible. Lamar with a nice pass hitter. Willie Snead. Willie Snead again running the wrong direction. It's what he's famous for, and 3rd down's coming up. 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Justin Tucker could probably swing one from right here, so we just want to make sure we don't lose any yards. But there's a flag almost immediately for our team. Isaiah is wide open. He's running wild. He is down inside the 10. But I think it was coming back on the offense. I stand corrected. That is actually offsides in the defense, and we're going to decline it. 1st and goal on the 9. From the 9-yard line, 1st and goal again. Lamar, you got an opportunity to put more points on the board and increase our lead going into the second half. Lamar's going to run. He ends up getting hit at the last second. We're going to call a no huddle. Time's running out. We'll play action fake. We're gambling here. Lamar got to get rid of it. Lamar's opting to run. Lamar's running out of room. Lamar's going to go down to the 3. We gambled. It did not pay off. And going into halftime, it's going to be a 7-point lead rather than double digits. Good news is somehow we scored. Honestly, not quite exactly how we scored, considering the 3rd quarter just started, but somehow we scored. And speaking of scoring, Isaiah says, I want to go ahead and get another one myself. Isaiah's ran the sideline. He almost runs out of bounds. He was lapsing his judgment, and you got to be kidding me. I don't know how our team scored prior to this play, but Isaiah says 74 yards to the house. That's my middle name. That punt return was kind of wild considering Isaiah ran into his own man and then nearly ran out of bounds all before getting himself into the end zone, but we'll still take the result of a touchdown at the end of it. And speaking of touchdowns, Isaiah right now has 24 rushing touchdowns on the season. This drive potentially could be number 25. And trying to find his way through, he's going to get wrapped up at the 37-yard line with 120 on the game. The Ravens have come out just running the ball nonstop, and if it's working, honestly, why stop it? Isaiah tries to find a seam here, but they cut him off in the middle, and it goes nowhere but for a loss. 2nd and 11, Lamar Jackson is shotgun. Isaiah, the most dangerous weapon on the field in the back. Ball's thrown to Mark Andrews, who has been stellar, but he stopped shy of the 1st down mark. That play was also big and significant because now Lamar Jackson has 3,000 passing yards on the year, but focus now, 3rd and 1. Offensive line, you got to win this battle. Isaiah pushes through. I don't know if he quite got it. He did get a yard, but they're saying he got the first down. A new set of downs, more time being taken off the clock. The Raiders are scrambling. They need to stop. They cannot give up another touchdown, because if they do, it might be all she wrote. And Isaiah said, excuse me, I want some contact, and I want it now. 25 rushing touchdowns. Isaiah has 3 today, and he's looking for another one. Now, the Raiders did score, but with the fourth quarter and us having double the points that they do, we got a little bit of flexibility. Speaking of that flexibility, look at the pass and manipulation of his body by Hollywood Brown. I mean, in my opinion, there could have been pass interference there, but still, Hollywood Brown got the catch, got the first down, and we're still going to keep moving on this drive. Getting a guy in motion, looks like Mark Andrews on that play. Ball thrown underneath again to Hollywood Brown, but he picks up only 2. Lamar Jackson wasting a little bit of clock now. 6.5 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Isaiah's breaking out. He's wide open. This ball instead is thrown out here to Mark Andrews. Isaiah's going to say, look, you run all the way. I believe in you. And he's only caught at the 24. Our offense is literally on fire. The chance for a 50 burger is kind of slim, but we're going to go ahead and push forward. Isaiah again. 2 guys to beat. Destroys 1 yet again. Who said he wasn't strong enough? Looks plenty strong to me. Imagine being a safety. See number 27 for the Ravens just break through the line of scrimmage, and he's looking at you one-on-one. What do? You probably fake an injury and get on the ground. And Isaiah says, excuse me, not 1, not 2, not 3, 4 rushing touchdowns on the afternoon. All that talk of a 50 burger honestly might actually happen. Isaiah is pushing the ball again for his team. He's inching closer to that 2,000 yards rushing mark. He's about 18 yards away from it. Also important, he now needs 1 more rushing touchdown to get 70 on his career. That is insane. We think about how short his NFL career has been, but I'm not surprised either. The Raiders have allowed over 200 rushing yards today. Not all of those have been by Isaiah, most impressively, so it's kind of crazy, but Isaiah did allow a sack there. It's not so good for his franchise quarterback. And honestly, if there's a glaring hole in Isaiah's game, it's his pass protection. He has got to do better. He has got to protect his franchise quarterback. As good as Isaiah is, if there's not the threat for Lamar Jackson just out there assassinating defenders, the running holes he's going to have are going to get a lot tighter real quick. 3rd down, 6 yards to go. Ravens are trying to put more points on the board. And the guy gets this first down in order to do it. Isaiah's going to stretch his way through and finally gets that first down. Now he's 10 yards away from getting over 2,000. Now, oddly enough, Harbaugh actually motioned Isaiah to come out of the game, but he says, not when I'm this close in this game. So halfback toss to the edge. Isaiah trying to find some room. He's going to get wrapped up by the defensive end, and it looks like he got no gain there. A little over a minute left. Isaiah is eager to get 9 or 10 yards to break himself past that big milestone. Running it through the middle. He's nearly got it. Stiff arms the guy to maybe his grave, and he has hit 2,000, I believe, with that run. And to see if he can officially cross it right here, right now, Isaiah's going to try to break 2,000 yards with a couple of games left this season. And ladies and gentlemen, he has done it. Isaiah is going to break that milestone, 202 yards on the game and over 2,000 yards on the season. So that is going to be a wrap. The Raiders, they lost another one. And the Ravens, they're looking better than ever. Recap of the stats today. Derek Carr didn't actually play that bad. 17 of 24, 250 plus yards, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception. Not honestly that bad. His defense let him down, though, was Lamar Jackson, 15 of 16, 204 yards, and a single touchdown. The dude was precise today. On the ground, as you saw, Isaiah had 29 attempts for 205 yards, and not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 rushing touchdowns, with a lot of broken tackles as well. And Lamar Jackson still played pretty well. 6 carries, 46 yards, and a touchdown. It's a better day than Deonta Foreman for the Raiders. Through the air, Mark Andrews had 4 catches for 69 yards, Isaiah 3 for 65, but the guy that got in the end zone for us today was Nelson Aguilar, 3 for 27. And you know what, for the Raiders, there's not really much to write home about. The season that Isaiah King Jr. has put on so far is nothing short of amazing. The records, they're about to be broken, and we're going to skip week 16 and head to week 17 in the very next episode. I can't wait to see how Isaiah does, because right now it's like a historic run, but you already know what Isaiah says at the beginning of this year, that if he does not take home a Lombardi trophy, none of this really matters at all.